Once again, you already know what it is, and you already know where you have reached another big time episode of HUBBanomics. This is the 41st edition of HUBBanomics, man. And I'm really thrilled to have my peoples with me tonight, man. My name is Sean Hubbard, the host and founder of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, now HWWeekly. Got my co-host, the one and only Conrad Cushman from Clash of the Podcast and Everything Pro Wrestling in the building. The one and only Joel coming from Triller TV, giving us his expertise and wrestling insight in the building. Appreciate you. And our good friend from the West Coast, man, throw it up. My brother in Christ, my friend, the one and only Jesse is in the building representing that pro wrestling shoot. We're going to get into a whole lot tonight. This is going to be a really fun episode. The chat is already in the building. We hope more people show up. I usually have a late arriving crowd, man. I don't got them pro wrestling shooting EPW numbers yet, but I'm on my way. I'm on my way, man. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight, man. And without further ado, a couple more seconds and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Just check this out before we get it started. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. We're in the building, man. HW Weekly is on the air. My boys are with me. The chat is lit already in the building, man. We're talking about way too early WrestleMania predictions. It is now starting to get a little bit colder outside. The weather is starting to change. So by the time the weather changes again, by the time it starts to get warmer again, it's going to be WrestleMania time. So I figured, you know what? Why don't I bring my three boys together, the guys that I know they know what they're talking about, and come up with some super early and probably possible WrestleMania predictions for next year. They're going back to Vegas for WrestleMania 42. I'm not going to WrestleMania 42 because I have, an apartment and a house and a family to take care of, and I don't want to mortgage my whole future by going to a wrestling weekend, so I'm not going to be going. I don't feel like spending $8,000 on seats a mile away from the ring. That's just me. That's just me. But I want to give room to introduce my people, man. I already said their names, but big shout out to Conrad. Talk to the people, bro.
Hello, people. Conrad, Everything Pro Wrestling at epwshow. You know me. I don't really have to say too much. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Jesse, talk to the people, my brother.
Yeah, at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. We cover wrestling video games, man, and tweet crazy stuff over on Twitter.
And last but not least, our boy Joel's in the building. Talk to the people right quick.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Joel, work for Triller TV, and appreciate you having me on again, Sean. Thank you so much. Great to be with Jesse and Conrad as well.
You already know, man. WrestleMania, man. WrestleMania is going to be coming to us from Vegas next year for the second consecutive year. I believe it's the first time since WrestleMania 4 and 5 that we've had back-to-back same locations. Am I incorrect or correct about that? Somebody can help me out. I believe since the first time since WrestleMania 4 and 5, the same exact location.
Yep.
So,
yes.
I mean, I guess they wanted that Vegas money, man. We all know that the initial announcement was that it was going to be New Orleans, but don't worry, they're getting money in the bank, so they should be fine.
They wanted to rip their fan base off. They didn't want that Vegas money.
Ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. But we're not going to get into the politics of that because we start talking about WWE politics, we'll be talking all night long. But I want to get to the chat, give a shout out to everybody who's in the building, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here tonight. One and only. Everybody's in the building right now. XGW was first in the building, I should say. He says, should have been episode 42. I thought about that, bro. I thought about that after all the graphics and stuff were done. XGW, right? But leave me alone, bro.
Anyway, opportunity.
Yeah, it's all good, man. XGW's in the building, says have a good show. We appreciate you being here. Cleezy, 13Z, 4 Tweezy, talking about everything pro wrestling and Hubbard Wrestling Weekly and everybody being in the building. He says, good evening, everyone. I appreciate you being here. Jocelyn, JJ, the one and only Jocelyn's in the building, saying a good evening to each and every one of us. Cleezy says, messing with the start times is like messing with my emotions. I don't know what's going on. So I need some insight on that one.
That's from Friday. What do you mean you don't know what's going on? You're messing with my start times like messing with my emotions, Smokey.
No, I know the movie reference. What I don't understand what he's
What's up,
referencing.
big worm? I mean, big worm.
He said you were late for
I
a
was
second.
like, whatever. I'll be all right though. A Ooses from MJB in the place to be. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, I'm trying to step it up a little bit, Clown. I appreciate that. Miracle in the building. He says, "What up, everyone? Appreciate you being here." Yeah, you already know, Jocelyn. It's a vibe, man. Listen, Conrad's more of like the rock. He's hip hop, but he's more like the news base. He's hip hop. He's for the hood, but at the same time, it's more like news based straight. I like to set a mood, bro. I like to set a mood. So I appreciate you, Jocelyn. Thank you for the acknowledgement. MJB in the place B says, a seat outside the arena. You already know for the tickets he's talking about. I'm correct, Miracle. Talking about the prices. It's crazy right now. MJB also says, look how long it took for Toronto to get a Mania. Factuals.
Never again, probably.
Probably never again. Clown says, spend your money on the collective and WrestleCon next year, not the overpriced WrestleMania. I like what you're talking about, brother.
Collective's part of your Trilogy TV Plus subscription.
Oh my! Some plugs.
$7.99 a month.
Wait, listen. You have to clear that with me first before we start doing that live on the air, big dog. No, I'm just playing. It's all good. Shout out to Trilogy TV, man. And Leezy for She's is in the building. He says, "Hi, good evening, everyone. Hope you had a good Thursday. I hope you had a good Thursday too, man." So let's rock and roll with this thing. WrestleMania 42, guys. First of all, how'd y'all feel about WrestleMania 41? Anybody can take it. I know I wasn't a big fan.
No comment.
Okay, we know that Conrad hated it. Joel?
I loved it.
What? Okay, we're gonna swing. We're gonna come back to you. Give me 1 second. Jesse, how did you feel about WrestleMania 41?
Ass.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Facts. Okay, so everybody up here is in agreement. You loved it. I need more insight about the fact that you loved WrestleMania 41.
I love WrestleMania every year.
Yeah, but specifically 41. You thought 41 was a good show?
I thought 41 was a good show. Yeah, that was not bad.
Lord have mercy. Well,
did you like it because like the spectacle of it all, because it's WrestleMania and stuff? Because that's usually why I like it. I usually like it.
It's mental too.
Yeah.
You're getting excited for it. I do enjoy WrestleMania.
All right, that's what's up. I mean, I love the anticipation of WrestleMania. I thought the show kind of fell flat, but hopefully next year's won't fall flat. I'm going to start it off with Jesse, man. Listen, let's get right into this thing. Way too early WrestleMania 42 predictions. Jess, how do you have night one opening its doors?
The opener? Oh man, I didn't even put anything in order, but
you don't have to. If you come up with just give me a first match then.
All right. I'm thinking, well, if I had to pick an opener, something to start out hot on my night one card is probably not looking the best, but I can see them putting this together.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Finn Balor versus Dom for the IC title.
Finn Balor versus Dom for the IC title.
I think
we are on the same page. We are on the same page. I do not have that in that order, but I love it. Conrad, your opener for night one. Who opens the doors for WrestleMania 42?
Nothing says WrestleMania opener like a retirement. I have AJ Styles being retired by Braun Breaker.
Wow. Okay.
I don't even have AJ on my card. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, AJ's not on my card either, bro. Like, I respect it, but AJ is nowhere near my card, bro. But I respect it.
I forgot about him. That's terrible. He is this is his last WrestleMania too, huh?
Yep. Allegedly.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I missed opportunity for me.
Oh man. All right. Yo, Joel, man, I need you to tell me when the popcorn is freshly popped and when the doors are open and you're still smelling the residue of fireworks in the air, welcoming you to WrestleMania Vegas 2026. The first music, the first match in your mind is going to be?
I got New Day versus the Usos one final time.
Ooh, it's not bad. That's not bad.
I mean, you got the Usos back,
a
I
good
guess,
match.
somewhat right now. I don't know if that's going to be forever,
Uh-huh.
but I would love to see them throw down one final time. You got the New Day still here all these years later. One of the best teams. I love them. So let's do it one more time.
Saving
not bad.
Saudi, pal.
That's not bad, bro. Like New Day Usos one more time. That actually sounds like fire, bro. And the only reason I'm not gonna go with Jesse is because I have that same match on my card. Spoiler alert, but it's later in the weekend. That was fire. Conrad, opening match AJ and who? And Braun Breaker?
Yes.
For AJ's career?
Yes. So here's what I was thinking. You have to give this to someone who's gonna need the rub from it.
Okay.
Who do you give it to? You got to give it to one of your outstanding new guys who's going to be on the come up. I have other matches for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I could probably do a full blown card from this, but I chose Braun Breaker to get that spot. I think an opening spot's not bad for him where he's been, and I think it'll be a notch in his belt and something he could brag about for a little bit.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Please, bro.
Is AJ feuding with them at all? I've missed Raw the last couple of weeks. Is AJ feuding, or is there any?
AJ is in a ridiculous storyline right now where he's not even in the. He's like in a tag team. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Dragon Lee, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. Okay, I did see a clip of that. Okay. So you think AJ would pick Braun Breaker for that match?
I think I think you'll do something where like the month before AJ's going to get one last world title shot. He faces Seth Rollins. Braun cost him the match. He's like, you know what? If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out and get my revenge on you, buddy. And then that's what it is.
I mean, look, I'm not arguing it. I'm just, would AJ pick a newcomer, or would he pick somebody more higher caliber for a retirement match?
I don't think he's going to get to choose. That's what I looked at this and thought about it deep.
Yeah. Well, Miracle agrees that 41 was all right. He agrees with Joel. I think that the consensus is that what Mleezy's saying, and he said 41 outside of triple threat matches and Jey Uso winning was trash. That's exactly my sentiments. Big shout out to Jess from the homie Miracle saying he likes the IC title opening up the show. Yeah, man. A nice fix right here. You got MJB saying, I think Io versus Asuka versus Kyrie possibly at WrestleMania. Okay, that's what's up. So let me give y'all mine, man. Listen, I got kind of a blockbuster opening up night one, y'all. For the women's championship, don't ask me which one. I'm so sick and tired of just figuring out which one. WWE World, I don't care. One of them. One of them. I'm thinking Tiffy Time versus Bianca Belair. That's my opener for night one. A banger for the women's championship. I'm thinking Bianca will be back and healthy by then. Maybe she wins the Chamber. Maybe she wins the Royal Rumble. But either way, I'm thinking Tiffy Time versus Bianca Belair for a women's championship. Pick which one. Now, I'm going to start off for the second match of the evening. And I'm going to go Obafemi versus Jimmy Uso versus Sami Zayn in a United States Championship triple threat match. That is my match number 2 of night one. And I will kick it to Conrad for his first match or second match of night one.
I have for the Intercontinental Championship Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor. I think the story has been writing itself. So I am right there with you guys mentioning that one.
There you go. Jesse, talk to me. Night 2, the infamous Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho spot.
Ugh.
So I don't have there's obviously we were kind of limited on how many matches. I ended up putting 5 per night.
That's fine.
But I think there's going to be more. Obviously,
I gotta fight back with you on that one. Now, hasn't there pretty much been 5 consistently?
No,
5 a night.
No.
Yeah.
Well, on the regular shows, but for WrestleMania, it's usually like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
No. Wait a minute. I'm willing to fight over this one. WrestleMania 41. How many matches were on night 1?
It's like 6.
Okay, so it's 6. All right. So I'm okay. Go ahead.
Like 6 or 7, something
all
like
right.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so the way I put the card together, obviously I left a lot of people out. Like I didn't.
Yeah, me too.
AJ's not on my card, right? Not AJ Lee, but AJ Styles is not on my card. Same with Obafemi. I don't have him coming to main roster this year at all. In my mind, I don't know. I just know how NXT
my
is.
feeling about Obafemi got enhanced a little bit by him losing to Ricky Saints.
Okay, go ahead.
7-7 for 41. I just looked it up.
Okay, yeah. See, 6 or 7.
All right, so I was
low.
gonna see one thing about me. I don't mind being wrong, Conrad.
I also don't have like Asuka, Io Sky, or the Uso. Well, I do have the Usos, but and then I don't have New Day. So anyway, second match, I'm gonna go Liv versus Roxanne.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I have a slight alteration to that coming up on night 2.
Yeah.
All right, man. Joel, the KO versus Chris Jericho slot. Second match of the night. The Bam Bam Bigelow versus Doink the Clown spot. Night 2. I mean night 1, excuse me, match 2.
You got half that right. I have Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton.
Ooh, so you think KO's back, healthy, ready to go, and he gets that match with Randy he should have had last year. Okay. That's what's
Fingers
up.
crossed he's healthy, yeah.
That's dope. All right. So at this point we're looking at pretty high profile matches from across the board. Women's between the four of us, women's title matches or intercontinental title matches or United States title matches, the return of Kevin Owens. So we got night 1 starting off pretty well. For night 1, match 3, Conrad, I'll start with you.
I have for the World Heavyweight Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Stephanie Vaquer. Rhea Ripley must turn heel in the way I'm seeing this. We cannot. Babyface Rhea Ripley's done with me. Like, it's over. She's way better as a heel, and Stephanie Vaquer, let her rock for now, and you could do something with that, I think.
Heel Ripley. I like it. I like it a lot. Jess, what say you?
I got El Grande Americano versus Chad Gable.
So El Grande is still a thing by April of next year?
Yeah. Dude, he's
over.
He's over. Yeah. He's definitely a thing.
Oh my God, bro. Okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm just like, I didn't think he would still be a thing by next year, bro.
And honestly, that match that Conrad just picked, I have that on my night 1 too. Spoiler alert.
That's what's
that
up.
same match.
Listen, Sean, you just let me go off on this honorable mentions time, and I'll tell you the other ones.
No, listen, we're gonna have plenty of time for that. Like, I wanted y'all to kind of freelance it. I gave y'all like kind of like a boundary, but I knew y'all would break it in a good way. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say. Joel. No, you already gave me yours. No, wait, I'm bugging. Conrad just gave me his third match. Mm-hmm. Jesse just gave me his third match. Now it's on you, Joel. Give me your third match of the evening of night 1.
I got Stephanie Vaquer defending the Women's World Championship against Roxanne Perez. I think she will grow into a bigger star, hopefully by next year. Again, I know these are early predictions, so.
No, that's great. That's what I like. All right. Mine is a rivalry match. Match 3. A little bit of foreshadowing of a tag team breakup. I'm talking about Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair. That's where I'm at for match 3 of night 1. I think that they're going to find a way to break up. I think eventually Charlotte returns to her roots of being a heel. I think Alexa Bliss will be an amazing babyface in this particular rivalry because everybody's going to take Alexa's side. And I think that will be a WrestleMania match. I think it's going to be a situation where you have classic heel Charlotte versus babyface Alexa in a one-on-one match. I think it's going to be a second consecutive year where we have a non-title women's match on WrestleMania following up last year, which was the first one ever between Jade Cargill and Naomi.
Charlotte Flair.
So that's where I'm at with it, man. I'm gonna start off the next round because I think y'all are gonna have a little bit of fight back on this one. Fourth match, night 1. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Breaker. I'm going power versus power. I'm going a crazy dynamic that what I think would on paper be a very high profile match. We're taking our personal feelings about outside the ring stuff and putting it to the side. Look, Brock is back, right? Brock is in the building. So we need to just accept that and deal with that. So with that being said, I'm going Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar for my next match. And at this point, I'm throwing it straight to my boy, Jesse.
I ain't got to accept nothing, first of all.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Minute Maid Man is not getting any sympathy from me. I don't care if he's back.
I'm not giving him sympathy. I'm just saying I think he's gonna be in the building in Vegas, don't you?
Yeah, but I think it's bold that you put him on number 4. If that boy isn't headlining, you know he's opening.
Well,
he wants out of there.
I'll give you a little bit of an insight to my brain here. I put him on as a non-main event because I wanted him to be a non-main event. So that's kind of like a Sean thing.
He deserves to not be a main event.
Yeah.
Or the opener.
Exactly.
My fourth match, Conrad already said. I got Stephanie Vicker versus Rhea Ripley for the women's title.
Okay, so that's a championship match. So that's this tease they've been having on Raw of them running into each other in the hallways and stuff. You think that plays itself out all the way through the fall, all the way through the winter, and into the spring of next year?
It's WWE, man. Yep.
There you go. Joel, talk to us, man. We're in match 4 of night 1. It could be your main event, or it could be just a regular match. If you have something extra, don't worry.
Yeah, it's my main event. Seth Rollins and CM Punk finally in the feud.
Okay.
Finally.
Look, Seth Rollins, CM Punk makes the most sense. I'm gonna go a different direction. Y'all are gonna be mad at me for this one, so I'm gonna defer to Conrad first. Are you at main event time right now, Conrad?
You just tell me when I can do my honorable mentions, and I'll go through them. I can do main event now, though.
All right, do your main. We're gonna come back to the honorable mentions.
All right. So my main event for night 1 is for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is Seth Rollins, who is still the champion, versus Roman Reigns. And I even put a little extra thing for people in. The Rock will show up at the end to confront Roman Reigns to make the big match for 43. Yeah.
I mean, Lord have mercy. I mean, is that really what? I mean, so this was Joel's prediction. Am I right? You said Joel, you said CM Punk and Seth Rollins?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And Conrad is saying what? Repeat your prediction again, Conrad, for the main event?
Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the world title.
All right. And I'm gonna kick it to Jesse for his prediction for main event of night 1.
I got CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. That needs to be the main event for WrestleMania in Vegas to end that feud.
CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Okay.
And CM Punk needs to come out on top on that one.
All right, y'all. So here's where I'm at with it. And I don't want to hear it. Well, I do want to hear it because I want you guys to be real. Like, have fun with it. If y'all gonna talk crap about me, talk crap about me. That's where we're all friends. We're gonna have a good time, man. I'm going somewhere where y'all, if you think about who I am, you're gonna say, "Oh, here we go again." Just remember. Yeah, I see your faces. Just remember that I, tongue-in-cheek, predicted this guy to win the Royal Rumble last year when everybody thought I was crazy. Now, I backed off of it because it was that outlandish. But the fact that I even put it in the atmosphere, I think I should get credit for. The seeds have been planted, gentlemen.
You got Joel to leave.
Joel's right there. The seeds have been planted, gentlemen, and I want you guys to take a second to give me your thoughts on this. I'm going WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes defending against Jey Uso. Let me give you my synopsis, and I'll be glad to hear what you guys have to say. Jey Uso's heel turn, though ridiculous in my opinion, does have potential. There is a chance that Jey Uso could turn into the new tribal chief. I don't think he needs to do that. I think Jey Uso, my original prediction before all this heel talk was Jey Uso going to WrestleMania to win the Intercontinental or to win. Go ahead.
Is he legit a heel now?
No, he's not. They're teasing it.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say last time I watched WWE on Raw, he was like kind of teasing it when he speared
LA Knight.
Last
week or 2 weeks ago, forgive me for not remembering, Cody was trying to talk Jey Uso down because they were saying, like Jimmy was telling him, hey, Jay's been acting kind of crazy lately. Maybe you can talk to him. Cody goes into the locker room to talk to Jay and see how he's doing. Jay's listening to him, being cool with him, but every time Jay has an opportunity, Jay's looking down at Cody Rhodes' belt and looking back up and looking down at Cody Rhodes' belt and looking back up. To me, I feel this has legs. I feel like it has legs. I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, gentlemen.
No. Hold on.
Yeah.
I actually don't think that that's a crazy idea at all. If he's going to turn heel, then that would make sense to go after the one dude that's had his back since day one, right? Ish. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly a better opponent for Cody than what I got.
Fair enough. Conrad, I'm just reading your face. I need you to tell me why I'm wrong, why it'll never happen, why I'm out of my mind, why I've lost it, why I've gone psycho, why I don't have any sense, why I'm acting like I never watched the product, why is it going too far, Jey Uso's not a main eventer anymore. Okay, let's hear it.
It could work if people get into the heel turn. That's the key. You have to do the heel turn before and see if people are really feeling it. If they get, but are you willing to sacrifice the yeet money for this? Like you're dropping the yeet money, and you're gonna make kids cry. I don't know if it's worth. As a business person, I don't know if it's worth the risk right now. I'm like, can we still squeeze the yeet money a little bit more?
They always have a plan B though if that heel turn doesn't work. You know, you can just come out and say, "Hey guys, I've changed my mind. I was wrong." Just like John Cena, right?
There's always a plan B.
No, I can still hear that in the back. I love the Shield, man. That hurt my soul.
Yo, Joe, you have any comments about my Jey Uso back to the main event against Cody prediction?
I wasn't paying attention closely, but I remember that segment on Raw, and you know, it makes a lot of sense. You know, I mean, these are early predictions, but you can always see something little by little before. What do we have? 8-9 months away. Yeah, it could happen.
There you go.
Like it.
Are we still 9 months away from WrestleMania?
No,
I might be
about
off.
6.
I might
About 6.
be off.
Mm-hmm. 6.
Like, oh my goodness,
We're halfway there.
This year of WWE programming has felt like 3 years in the pandemic. It's terrible.
Have they given geez, Jesse. Have they given dates?
Jesse is wilding right now.
Have they given dates for Mania yet? Is it April or is it May?
No, it's April.
It's April.
Okay.
Probably, I'm sure Easter weekend again, right? Is that the only time that they have available?
Well, I think Easter's early this year, but I think it's the same time of the month, though. Yeah.
Okay. That's
MJB says Big Jim versus Jay might run it back. It's a possibility.
Please don't.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
agree
I don't want to
more.
see that again.
Yeah.
I've seen that enough.
I got my wife so hyped for that match. You have no idea. I was talking that match up so deep, dude. And then that came on. I walked out of the hotel room. I was like, I don't know.
It was rough. It was rough. Does anybody have? I know Conrad does. Anybody have any honorable mentions for night one? Okay, so it's on you, Conrad. Give me some strays.
All right. I might keep those for later. I put like the LWO versus the Americanos.
Oh dear God!
You might listen. I'm just trying to find spots for people. I was like, who am I missing?
This Saturday night main event, or is this
like what is happening right now?
Listen, they're
Conrad.
gonna give me a break here. They're gonna cram 100 people in these matches. I don't know why no one mentioned the women's tag titles. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss will probably still be around versus the Kabuki Warriors versus Liv and Roxanne. They're gonna cram all of them into like a 4-way tag.
I told you, man. Like I booked some stuff that I want to see, which I know is not gonna happen because it's WWE that we're talking about, and they're gonna have a card full of crap that I don't even care about except for the main events, probably. Like,
this show is taking a wild turn, bro.
In reality, look, this is supposed to be a fantasy booking, and I know that Conrad is like, "Yo, let's try to get all of our talent on this show."
Right.
I mean, this is Triple H we're talking about.
Time
Sorry,
out.
We're gonna put you. Best we can do is SmackDown WrestleMania, brother. That's what we got for you tonight.
Yeah. Listen, I hear people in the chat. Yes, I know you're saying Velocity main event. These are real people that are going to be in your face afterwards. Like, hey, yo, you don't have a spot for Rey Mysterio tonight, bro? Like, you've known me for how long, Hunter? Oh, sorry, kid. Yeah, you can't do that to everybody. You're gonna be hearing complaints all night. And let me see. I'm looking here for a good one that I can give you guys.
Yo,
I'll save that.
Emily's, I see you, Playboy. I see you.
I'll give you this one. Yeah. I've said Logan Paul. Everyone thinks Logan Paul and a celebrity. I saw the chat saying it before. I would say Logan Paul, Carmelo Hayes. This could be where you see if Carmelo's going to blossom out of that spot.
Okay,
I like that.
I like that too. That's interesting. Miracle says, I was saving this conversation for Monday, Clash of the Podcast, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time on Everything Pro Wrestling Channel. Me and Conrad are your hosts. But yes, it's possible. Haven't y'all noticed that they reverted back to the original Bloodline story with Roman in Jay's ear and Jimmy not happy about it? Very good, Miracle. Very, very good. Look, man, night one is a tone setter. Now we're going into night two. I'm going to start off night two, y'all. I'm going Dom's girlfriends for a championship. I'm going Roxanne. I'm going Liv Morgan. And I'm going Rhea Ripley in a triple threat for the women's chair. I believe this storyline comes full. The storyline,
yeah, like just like processed.
You just got. Yeah. I think it comes full circle. The storyline comes full circle. All of Dom, being serious, storyline wise, all of Dom's love interests that he's either dealt with or not dealt with in a kind or respectful way, it all comes full circle. Roxanne, Liv, and Rhea for whatever title is not the one that Tiffy and Bianca go for in night one. Conrad, what do you got?
I have a match, but I want to say something about that.
Please.
I think you have to be very careful, as we mentioned Dom and Balor and all them. I think you have to be very careful because Dom's getting popular.
He is.
Super popular. I'm talking, at first I was like, oh, Finn's going to be the one to turn face. I don't know if I feel that same way now. I'm starting to think maybe you turn Dom face and Finn can stay heel.
Well, we all know that Finn has been plotting on Dom, and plotting on somebody is a heel move.
Yeah. Setting them up. My opener for night two, I have for the United States Championship, the champion, Obafemi, who will be champ by then, I believe.
So you too believe Obafemi will be a United States Championship match at WrestleMania?
If they screw up Obafemi, I will be pissed. I'm going to say it now. I will be pissed off. Do not mess this up. He's going to take on Minute Maid, man.
Wow. Lesnar versus Femi for the United States belt.
Oh yeah, he's getting crushed, by the way. So there we go.
Okay. Interesting.
You got Lesnar getting crushed?
Yes.
Oh, that's not happening.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Not even in fantasy land. Come on now. This is Brock we're talking about.
I think the most Brock gets downgraded is what I did, which is putting him in a non-main event. I don't think Brock gets squashed in it by any
and to a black man, dude. That's bold. Bold.
No, listen.
I thought I was booking this show.
Yeah.
No, you are. But
I just gotta point out the obvious right now.
You just scoffed at Jey Uso being in the main event, so I'm scoffing at you with though. Listen, I get it, and if you want to take it there, Jess, you can take it there. Because you're not wrong.
Just saying. Just saying.
You're not wrong. All right, man. So
Triple H back there like, this is going to be great. Another title squash for Brock Lesnar tonight.
Always remember Kofi Kingston. First night on SmackDown, Fox. Joel, what do you got? What's next?
I got Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley for the other women's championship.
Jade and Rhea. Interesting domination. I like it. That's not
prolific,
bad.
Two of the strongest women. I mean, I think it would be very good. I like it.
That's not bad.
It's like a women's Haas match. I like that.
Yeah, it's not bad. Good stuff. Jess, it's on you, brother. What's next?
Is this opener for night two?
I believe so, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got Penta and Rey Fenix uniting to take on the Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, and DIY for the tag team titles.
In a ladder match?
In a ladder match.
I knew it. I'm not mad at it because that's WWE stuff all day.
What happened to the Lucha acquaintances? All right.
Oh my God!
Shout out to Andrade too. I'm happy
for him.
I know this is WWE. I'm stoked to see him back in AEW. I think he fits better in AEW. The last, I don't know, several months that he was in AEW, he was being booked amazing. He had amazing matches before he went out, and he did nothing in WWE. So,
in relation to Joel's comments that were somewhat controversial, but to me they weren't controversial because they were right on the money. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, you know the rest. So, and also Leezy says Leslie ain't doing no squash jobs. I agree, but it is what it is. Comment by Leezy. He says that Rhea versus Jade is very intriguing. MJB also said I have the Wyatt 6 versus the Street Profits. Okay, so interesting prediction by MJB saying that Wyatt and Street Profit deal extends itself through the winter and the spring. I guess that means that MJB feels that the Profits are not going to break up. Do you guys agree?
Nah, that would be my like free for all pre-show match if they're gonna have any of those.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're probably gonna be broken up at that point.
You think it's a wrap?
You think so?
Yeah.
Why would you break up the Street Profits?
Well,
I don't know.
Unless they it for months, bro.
Who knows? Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, they did that for a year, 2 years.
Yeah, that did last a long time, and the only reason it ended is because somebody got hurt.
I like the Street Profits as a tag team, man. I think they're one of the best tag teams in WWE.
And I've always said you don't have to break up a team by having them turn on each other. One of them, like both guys, can have singles careers and still be a team. It's not like the New Day is a perfect example of that. I don't know why. I don't get it, bro.
Or if you properly use your draft.
You know what? I would actually add the New Day into that ladder match as well, because I think they would fit well in that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, y'all. So the second match of the night, I'm gonna start it off, y'all. I'm going Finn and Dom for the Intercontinental Championship. And because Conrad touched base on it earlier, I'm going to say that Dominic is the babyface and Finn Balor is the heel in this match. I think it's going to be a situation where Dom and Finn fight for the belt. And I think one of the New Day members, one of the Judgment Day members, or all of them turn on Dominic and make it worse. And Dom's going to be a full-fledged babyface. But I think it's going to be like a tweener situation where he's basically babyface like he is now, de facto babyface. And then the Judgment Day turn on him, and then he's going to be like, full speed ahead. So that's where I'm at with it. So my second match of the night is Dom and Finn for the Intercontinental Championship. And then Dom is skyrocketed, rocket on his back to the moon, maybe even WrestleMania main event for WrestleMania 43. So that's where I'm at with it. Jess, what do you got?
I'm kind of thinking back now too, man. Like if they were gonna do that, back to my first match, if they were gonna do that tag match and the Usos are back together, that would be dope to see them in that too. Because I don't even have the Usos on my card at all.
The Usos are not on the show?
Not on the show.
Wow. Well, I don't think that's...
It's not going to happen, right?
No, but I hear you.
Like, it's not going to happen. Yeah. But if we were going to put, like, great tag teams in a match together, right? Because I don't think the Wyatt 6 holds the titles all the way until WrestleMania. I don't see
That's a long time. That's 6 more months, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess you could throw them into this mix-up too, but either way, I'll just add the Usos because I got something else for the Bloodline later on in the card.
Let's talk.
So for the second match, I got Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax versus Bianca Belair for the women's title.
Okay.
I think Tiffy loses it before.
You think Tiffany?
Yeah.
They were talking about. I want to take this opportunity to Joel. You're up next. I want to take this opportunity to kind of talk about something I heard floating around. They were saying that, it might be a little bit of a slap in the face to Bianca because it looks like Tiffany might be going for that record that she has for the longest reigning women's champion. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, I don't know. I haven't really done my research to find out what the actual number is, but they're saying that Tiff is starting to approach, Bianca. I think Bianca's in the 400 range, and if Tiffany keeps it for an extended amount of time, she would take that away, and it might be a slap in Bianca's face. I don't know. Like, have you guys heard anything about that?
No.
Okay, so either way, I mean, I think Tiffany loses it before then too, but I think also I'm trying to do the math, and that actually that information that I got, that unconfirmed information that I got, is part of the reason why I think Tiffany and Bianca will be the opening match of night one. Hopefully that will be a situation where Tiffany's approaching, like there's always some rhyme and reason to what I'm talking about. Tiffany might be approaching Bianca by that time, her record, or that figure of 400 whatever days, and then it would be up to Bianca to stop her from getting it. Similar to the way that the New Day had a chance to stop the Usos from taking their record, but unfortunately the New Day wasn't successful. So that's where I'm at with that. So Joel, it's on you, man.
So my second match for night 2, I got Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker.
Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker.
in relation to what you were talking about, I think for night one, I think was it you, Sean? I've got Braun, trying to elevate himself, and Roman Reigns being the guy that he's got to beat if he wants to get to that main event picture. So that's what I see for WrestleMania next year.
Not bad.
Early predictions.
Not bad. Not bad. Jesse, it's on you. What's next on your card for night 2, brother?
Wait, Conrad didn't get his match 3 yet.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
match
I
2,
apologize.
sorry.
Match 2. I thought we already. Oh, my
Unbelievable, Sean. Leaving your boy out.
I'm just
Unbelievable.
terrible. I know I'm a terrible person.
Leaving your boy out. That's not
He's
good.
the one that over here. He's the only one over here that has 50 matches wrote down. Come on.
That's right.
Give him one. Give him one. Throw the dog a bone, for God's sakes.
Match 2. My brother from another mother. I apologize, Conrad. Jesse just made it so much worse because that was hilarious.
He said, I looked at him dead in his soul.
Conrad, who do you got for the Jericho KO spot for night 2, bro?
I don't know if I want to share now. Yeah, see, I could be funny too. No, I got Randy Orton versus Jacob Fatu. For the same reason that I mentioned before with Braun Breaker. This is how you are going to put people over and let them know that there are new people here. And you can start a story here with Randy and Jacob, I think.
Let's dig into this a little bit. So what we're saying right now, or what you're saying, is that you believe that Randy Orton would be what by then? A heel?
Possibly.
So I'm assuming that on the way to WrestleMania, we have Cody versus Randy Orton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cody wins, LOL.
Okay.
So, and there's a theme to what I'm doing. Obafemi established, Jacob Fatu established, Braun Breaker established, because you're gonna have to start moving on from some of these other people.
So this is gonna be like the WrestleMania of who's next kind of vibes.
Yeah.
I respect it. Randy Orton versus okay. Not bad. I like, I feel like everybody has a different vision, of course, no pun intended. But at the end of the day, I think that if you look at it from an objective perspective, there's a lot of wrestlers that are going to be left off the card. Like, I love what Conrad's trying to do as far as trying to make sure people get included. But to me, those days are over. Like, WrestleMania should be the Super Bowl of wrestling. And if it's not that, then what are we doing? You know what I'm trying to say? So
if you want it, you gotta earn it.
Well, Triple H didn't earn half the stuff he got in his career, so that doesn't really make a difference to me. But
Just saying, you know how he books.
No, I get it. I get everything I want if I married the boss's daughter too. So with that being said, chill what? Chill from telling the truth.
I know, but riding on him hard though right now.
No, bro, like give me a break. Anybody who said, I'm not going to go off on a big tangent. Anybody who said, oh, Triple H earned everything here. Shut up. If you married your boss's daughter,
I was a Triple H fan when he was wrestling.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
God rest his soul. Test
fan of the wrestler, not a fan of the booker.
Guy. Think about people who lost everything because of Triple H. I'm not going to go down that list because it gets real ugly if I go down that list. So don't get me started on Triple H. If I did a show about Triple H, I'd be canceled. I would be canceled because that guy is Bret Hart, and is not the only one that can't stand Triple H. Triple H is a very underhanded individual from what I've seen from the outside looking in, and he needs to get his life together. That being said, let's move on. Where are we at? Third match of night 2?
Mm-hmm.
Third
Joel,
match.
it's on you.
Okay, you want me to go?
Yeah.
I got as long as he's back, I've got Gunther versus Brock Lesnar.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I don't have Gunther on the card.
Just for the pure enjoyment of two heavy hitters facing each other.
It makes all the sense in the world. I'd
love to see it. I like to see Gunther go over too. You never know. Because like Jesse said, Brock's always, Brock's always winning. So who knows?
No, I like it. Conrad, it's on you, brother.
My match 3 is for the WWE Women's Championship. I put Bianca Belair versus Io Sky versus the champ Jade Cargill, who I think will have the title by that time.
Jade Cargill versus who?
Bianca Belair and Io Sky.
Okay, the triple threat.
Mm-hmm. You can mask and carry.
Okay. Jess, what do you think?
I got kind of a toss-up, but I got Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu versus the Vision.
So you think the Vision has a match as a team? Okay.
Yeah, I think Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed versus Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. And the reason why I say Jacob Fatu is because I feel like the Usos get beat down every single time that the Vision is involved, you know, and that would lead Roman Reigns to bring in somebody else from the Bloodline family.
I like it. Quick, before we get to the main events or any other honorable mentions, I have an outside the box question for you guys.
I still got one match before the main event too.
No problem. Does anybody see a journey that Jimmy Uso can take to get to his first singles championship?
No.
I think he can go for like the United States title or something.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm saying like you don't, you guys don't see a pathway to that. You think it's a wrap, at least for now,
unless you're turning Jay heel.
It's really a shame. It's really a shame, you know, because Jimmy deserves a chance to be a champion as well. I know we're not giving out lifetime achievement awards, but I feel like just similar to Jay Uso, when I basically founded that bandwagon. I always say resumes matter. That's kind of like a phrase that I coined. And I feel like at the end of the day, when you have a chance to have a career like Jimmy Uso has had, now I'm kind of switching from Jay to Jimmy, and you don't have anything to show for it, like he's going to be a Hall of Famer as a tag team member. But like, if he ends up retiring just being a tag champion, like, don't you think that's a little bit of a miscarriage of justice? Anybody?
No, his injury is the reason why Jay got pushed. I don't know.
So
I think it's unfortunate timing.
Fair enough.
You got a choice. I mean, you can make a catchy catchphrase and get over and possibly fired like Karrion Kross, or you retire as a tag champion. That's pretty much it, man. Like you're gonna have to get yourself over some way, but there's nothing about Jimmy right now currently. Like he's great as an Uso, right? He's great because we've watched him for years, but there's nothing that screams world champion like it did for Jay.
No, not world champion even. I'm saying, you think there's a pathway to anything?
I think there's a possibility for the United States title. But, I mean, what does the United States title really mean nowadays? Does anybody feel anything for that title at all? I don't even have it on my card. Because it's nothing. There's no, like, value to this title at all.
Miracle says it's possible Jimmy can get the U.S. title. MJB says Big Jim versus Cody. I can't say. No, I'm thinking Jay versus Cody. It bothers me, guys, and I'm not going to go too deep into this. Conrad knows this. I think Jesse we talked about it too. Resumes matter, bro. And I feel like when you live and die, and I know live and die seems like a very extreme thing to say, but I'm going to bring up the examples I always bring up. Owen Hart, Mr. Perfect, Scott Hall. When you have your moment in the sun and you never have a chance to get there, that bothers me. Now, obviously, we all agree, and I would be really hypocritical if I said, yeah, Jimmy Uso deserves to be world heavyweight champion. That's not true. He doesn't have the momentum that Jay had. But if this thing starts and stops and Jay Uso's never had any singles championship, I think that would be a disgrace. People need to get their flowers while they're in the position to get their flowers. And I'm sure
what has he done to earn it though?
But okay, I'm gonna answer that question. Because
Jay had a series of great singles matches leading into that world title. You know what I mean? Like he had phenomenal matches with Roman. I haven't seen any great matches from Jimmy.
I'm saying this tongue in cheek because the answer is obviously yes, because you're a very smart guy. Do you remember how angry I got about the Jay Uso situation? Like
how could I forget?
It angered me. So exactly. People were saying that Jay wasn't just catch-can wrestler, that he didn't deserve it, that there was nothing that he did other than saying yeet that put him in a position to be a world champion. I was like, yo, that's hypocritical. Hogan, Austin, all these other people who weren't the greatest professional wrestlers inside the ring, but were amazing characters, right? So at the end of the day, and by the way, Stone Cold was a technician earlier in his career, but he was not a technician later in his career, but we can leave that where it is. Jimmy Uso, how come all the members of the bloodline have a championship except Jimmy? That's probably the best question I could ask. Is Solo a better wrestler than Jimmy Uso?
No, I don't think so. And like I said, I think that, but they've all held the United States Championship. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Once again, what does that title even mean?
Respect.
Like, are you proud to be the United States champion? I'm not even proud to live in the United States at the moment. So I'm just saying, like,
I love it.
You know what I mean? Like, are you
bro.
proud to be the United States champion? Like, what does this title mean?
You're talking right, bro.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're talking right. All right, guys. Anybody have any other matches besides the main events? I know Jesse has one.
Am I the only one?
Conrad's
get to Conrad. Conrad,
you got a bushel. Since we're going into the fall season, a bushel of matches. Give it to us, bro.
All right. So I'm trying to put together
everything except your night 2 main event. Give it to us.
Here's what I'll say. These are just matches if you wanted to throw them on so that you could check off certain people, and you'll hear why. I did LA Knight versus Gunther. I don't even know if Gunther's going to be back. I don't know I think his injury is his nose, right? He should be back by then, but who knows? I put together Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria for the IC title. I doubt it's going to be on the show, though. I did Chris Jericho returning against Bronson Reed.
You said who now?
Chris Jericho. So if Chris Jericho comes back, he's going to be on this card. While we're talking about 7 matches and it's all fun and games, tee-hee-hee, ha-ha-ha, Mesa Cam, Giggle Bros, like, where are you going to fit all these people? We still haven't talked about it, and I'll say my last one.
Think about Jericho. Wow.
And then think about this. I put together the New Day versus the Usos versus the Lucha Bros in some kind of tag match. And there you go. You got everybody on there that you need to. And if you want to throw a 4th team in and do a TLC, great, do it.
Bro, Bronson Reed takes one hop off that top rope and hits Chris Jericho with any sort of splash. That boy is done.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I agree. It's a wrap.
Thanks for coming back, Jericho. We'll see you when we see you.
I agree.
That is not completely somebody I want to see him in the match with.
Yo, that's great. Yo. All right. Jess, I know you had some extras. Give it to us.
Joel, you ain't got another one?
No, I don't have. I came prepared for 4.
Okay,
Joel stuck to the format. Good job.
This sounds crazy, but I think we see AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, and I think they push it that long to get to that WrestleMania. Yeah.
By the way, those are the exact words.
If they don't, and we see that match at like Rumble or Survivor Series or something, then it is what it is. But I could see WWE pushing that all the way until WrestleMania.
Please.
Fair enough. All right, y'all. It's main event time. Joel, the main event, the true main event of WrestleMania, because we all know that night 2 is the actual main event, even though Jey Uso should have been the main event of night 1 this year. But I digress. Joel, who do you have closing the weekend in Vegas in April of 2026?
So I don't know if this is going to be a popular opinion. I'm going to look at Conrad as I say this because it's going to probably emit a smile or something.
Spoiler alert! This is going to be awesome.
I'm still going to watch Conrad. I got Cody Rhodes winning the defending against the 2026 Royal Rumble winner, Dominic Mysterio.
Wow. Just wow.
What?
Yep.
I say I know it.
You got Dom as the heel?
God, yeah. I mean, I feel like it could be something like Cena where he just continues to play the heel even though fans are like cheering him. You know, I just for me, Dom, I can't see. Yeah, I can see the crowd liking him, loving him, but I can't see him changing his character. He's too good.
Not a glitch. That's my. By the way, I'm gonna make up a shirt that says "not a glitch" because people wonder if this. Yo, it's a bold prediction. It's a bold prediction.
Super
Dom
bold.
is. I have.
Super bold.
I have Dom main eventing night 1 in 2027. I have Dom main eventing night 1 of 2027, not 2026. But I mean, bold prediction, man. So Cody and Dom for the big belt, says Joel. Jesse, you're next.
Man, so listen, there's so many possibilities that you can run with Cody. I know that I've already put Seth Rollins in a match. I've put CM Punk, Roman Reigns. You could run back Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and get that third match, right? You could bring The Rock back and have him face Cody Rhodes, which I don't have any faith in The Rock ever coming back. I think he's done.
Do I.
I think he's done. And honestly, I don't care at this point. he ruined like one of the best storylines that could have possibly ever been. So I don't know.
Not alone.
Well, no, he's not alone. You're right. He's not alone. But either way, tons of things that you can run with Cody Rhodes, right? I don't know about Dom. On my bingo card, I don't ever see Dom headlining WrestleMania ever.
Not even a night 1?
No, ever.
Okay.
I don't ever see him going for a world title. None of that stuff. I don't see it. If it happens, then I'll eat my words. But
okay.
Like I said, there's multiple avenues that you can take with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. If I wanted to get my fantasy booking on, I would say I want to see Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the WWE title, and I would
have Kevin Owens. There you go.
I would have Kevin Owens go over.
There you go.
Kevin Owens is my boy.
Yep.
But in reality, think what we're gonna see in night 2. It could even be in night 1. I don't know. Maybe you have CM Punk headline night 2 and get that actual main event, right? Like the real main event. But I see Cody versus Brock this year in Vegas. That's what I see, man. Cody versus Brock Lesnar.
Quite a controversial pick.
But I see Cody Rhodes going over.
I understand why you're picking it. I get it.
It's not something I want to see. Trust me.
Right.
I don't want to see this match, but I think that's the reality of it. But if I'm fantasy booking, like I said, you can go either way. Like I'd like to see CM Punk versus Cody. I'd like to see Roman Cody 3 because I think they put on some good matches. Seth Rollins and Cody again would be great. You know what I mean? And having Seth Rollins go over in that match.
Well, there you go. Conrad's coming up. So far from Joel, you got a very, very outside the box, but a cool pick saying that Dom Mysterio will challenge Cody for a world title at WrestleMania 42. Then you got Jesse saying that, Cody will end up successfully defending, that is, against Brock Lesnar. And here we go. Conrad Cushman, it's on you, brother. Who's going to close the show? Who's going to close the weekend in April of 2026?
We have CM Punk, the Royal Rumble winner, taking on Cody Rhodes. It will be the inverse of the revolutionary, who is Cody, and the common man, who is CM Punk. And those promo battles should cook on the lead up to WrestleMania. And this is where CM Punk finally gets his moment. He finally wins the big one. And from here, this is the swan song, I think, where we start to begin to figure out how we're going to have Punk slow down or go to part-time. Or
I'd love to see that match.
Me too.
I'd love to see that.
I like...
Call me Trips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Joel's pick because Joel's thinking about a young up-and-comer getting his moment a little sooner than we all think. I like Jesse's pick because he's basically being logical, even though none of us probably really want to see that. We understand how the business works. And I like Conrad's pick because it really would be, out of all the options, I think the best storyline would be that those two guys coming together to main event night 2. And honestly, I like those picks even better than mine. And I'm gonna paint this a picture for you guys and tell you the reason why I've come to this conclusion. WWE sucks a lot. I'm sorry, what? No, I like that. WWE sucks a lot. WWE does things that just doesn't make a lot of sense. WWE repeats things, moves things, changes things, alters things that don't need to be altered. I just predicted that Jey Uso is going to face Cody Rhodes in night one, not because I think that's the best thing, but because I feel like they're going to turn Jey Uso heel for no reason at all. I'm hoping that maybe it turns into a blessing in disguise. I don't believe so. I believe it's a complete ridiculous thing to do. We're talking about putting Brock Lesnar on this card. Obvious reasons. There's a lot of trepidation about that. And it ties into my pick for the main event of night two. It ties into the simplistic, overly simplistic, because sometimes simplistic can be a good thing, but it ties into the overly simplistic booking. It ties into what I believe is the continued example of a lack of understanding about what the fans want. And it ties into the lack of creativity that Triple H and his administration have. So with that being said, I think they are going the same way they're running it back in Vegas. They are going to run it back again with these three gentlemen, and it's going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't like it. I think them going back-to-back consecutive years is stupid, but I think WWE is stupid, and that's why I'm picking this match to be the main event of night two. Any thoughts?
I hate it.
I know you do. So do I.
That was honestly though, that was probably the best, one of the better matches of Mania last year. Mm-hmm. But no, I hate it.
Yeah, no, I get it, and I wasn't happy coming up with that prediction either. But I'm telling you, the lack of creativity leads me to that conclusion. Conrad,
I think. Listen, you talk about logic. Mm-hmm. You talk about logic from a WWE perspective. If you were thinking logically, you would run Cody versus Roman 3, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if for some reason we could get The Rock back, right? Logically, you would have Roman defeat Cody in the third match, holding the title up, and then you would hear The Rock's music hit at the end. Mm-hmm. See you in Saudi Arabia next year.
Similar to what Conrad said. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's logic, right? But it's also logic the way Conrad also added about CM Punk and Cody as well. But you're getting Brock Lesnar. I can see it happening. It's going to suck.
Joel, you have any thoughts about the triple threat prediction that I just made and the logic behind it?
I like it. I mean, anything's possible. Nothing wrong with that. It's a good idea.
Fair enough. Let's get to some of the comments, man, before we end up wrapping up. Clown130 says the green bouquet of dollars is all the flowers I need. Fair enough. Miracle says Jesse is on fire now. Emily for Sheezy. He says Roman took the U.S. title as a demotion. Facts. Very disrespectful how he kind of carried that title. Let's be honest. MJB in the place to be says I said Paige might return. Fair enough. Clown says Cody versus Punk. Emily says WTF Cody versus Dom. Hey, taking a shot, man. He said
it'd be a great match. I've seen that match live, by the way, at House Show. It's a great.
Nice. Match. It was good. That's what's up. Yeah. It was good on the pay-per-view I think it was a year ago or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Was that like one of those overseas pay-per-views? Miracle says Sammy versus Cody at Mania, but Sammy loses only to win at the following Mania in Saudi. Okay. Emily says
let me ask something real quick.
Sure.
Take the comment down real quick because I want to see Conrad's face too right here. Does anybody believe in Sami Zayn carrying the WWE on his back right now?
No.
Like, is this done?
This is gonna sound mean. Wait. When you say carrying WWE on his back, you mean like the face of the company?
Yeah. Listen, who is buying Sami Zayn merchandise?
Time out.
Hold on. Besides the internet fans, who cares about Sami Zayn right now?
First off, I don't care about fans who are going to show up once either. So, to be fair, but we talked about Jimmy. We talked about Jimmy Uso before. One of the other people that got the bloodline thing over was Sami Zayn.
Oh my God, Conrad.
Correct, but that's like the best thing that he's done.
He's done it multiple times, though. No, I'm saying he was Shinsuke Nakamura's manager. He found a way to get over so that they believed in him to get back in the ring. They were going to make him a manager, bro.
Yeah, but it was all like goofy, funny stuff. You know what I mean?
But he got it over. They were making memes of this dude. And
what did they say in the wrestling business? Funny don't make money.
He's delivered on anything they've asked him to do. The guy is there. I don't think he's going to win, though. Like I told Sean in the beginning of the year, I thought Sammy could. And then it got to a point one week, we did clash, and I was like, it's over. He's not winning.
I feel like if they give Sammy the title, it's more of a here, damn situation. Like finally, take it, and then we'll take it off you next month.
I am so sick of this Sami Zayn conversation. I don't know what to do, bro. No, the answer is no. The answer is no. And I'm so sick and tired of the Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn comparison. Sami Zayn is a multiple-time Intercontinental U.S. tag team across the freaking board. He has a mantle of championships that is a mile high. And I'm calling Conrad on this. That's my brother, but we always fight about this. It is ridiculous.
I'm ready to punch back.
Let's do it. It is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous and reprehensible to make a comparison of Sami Zayn to Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso's got nothing. And I feel like I'm a broken record. It feels like I'm just replacing the word Jay with Jimmy. Jimmy Uso has got nothing this whole time. This whole freaking time. Sami Zayn has main evented WrestleMania with the Usos. He's like a 5-time Intercontinental champion. He's the United States champion right now. How much more do I have to give this guy? It's ridiculous to compare those two guys.
May I?
Please.
Who cares? Jesse just said those mid-card titles suck. Sami Zayn doesn't care about them. He's even...
IC title's still pretty good right now. Now that Dom's got it, it's good.
Who cares? I'm talking about Sammy's old reigns that he had. Okay, great. And all they did was we knew Braun Breaker was beating him for it. It was just sitting there. It was another here, damn kind of moment. It was the same thing like with Jay when Jay got the title. I'm sorry to say it. That's how it felt to me. Here, damn. I'm tired of people complaining about this. So when you do that, that's fine. But Sami Zayn has always delivered. He's been a fantastic worker. The matches with Claudio aren't great in NXT.
Conrad.
Hold on. I will back Conrad on this. I will back
five better Jimmy Uso matches than Sami Zayn. I'll wait.
Are we really gonna,
without Jay?
This is for Jesse too. We're really going to stand on this soapbox of it has to be 5-star or you don't deserve a belt. Are you kidding me?
No, I don't stand on that. I am gonna say that Sami Zayn is a better wrestler than both Jay and Jimmy.
No argument there.
Okay. But on Hub's point, he's not that star, dude. He's not the guy that is like bringing the Dude, Jay's got people yeeting the entire all crowds everywhere he goes. Jay is like red hot.
It's not even close.
And that's what WWE looks for.
Unless they're in Canada, it's not even close.
Wasn't Sammy red hot though at one point to you, Jesse? The whole
point.
I don't care. That's what Jay was at one point. What are we doing
Jay's
now?
Still hot. Jay is still hot.
What?
They're squandering it. We just talked about him turning heel. Did we not just spend 20 minutes talking about someone turning heel?
We're talking about. Let me make sure I heard you correctly. My head's about to explode. You just said that. Repeat what you just. I don't want to misquote you. Repeat what you
I'm just
said.
saying Jay was hot at a point. I get.
Why
didn't Jay? Why didn't Jay?
Correct.
Why didn't Jay main event WrestleMania then?
Bro, he's been hot. Don't talk about Jay, bro, because I'm talking about Jimmy right now, and you're talking about Jay, and we're going way off in left field.
I'm talking about all of the bloodline.
Jay Uso's been popping since the summer of 2023. Are you serious?
This boy came out and said, "Don't you talk about Jay."
Jay Uso, no, all jokes aside, I know we're having fun. I'm having fun too. Jay Uso's been popping since the summer of 2023.
I understand that, and I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is, and I'm saying a point of time, he's on a stretch, he's on a run. Eventually the run will come to an end. Everything comes to an end.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is we are not going to poo-poo on Sami Zayn and the good work that he's done. Sami Zayn's not
I'm not doing that.
No. I'm talking about with Sean right now.
Oh.
We're not going to just say Sami Zayn's just some leech. He put on good matches. He's been an entertaining character. He's been funny. He's serious. He's compelling. The dude wasn't allowed to go over to those Saudi Arabia shows. Like, what are we saying here, though? Like, I think Sammy's in that conversation, too, though. If you're going to talk about, like, should we give him a chance? Sure. Am I saying make him the WWE champion? He's on all the posters? No, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying he could be in the mix. He could be in the conversation. I don't want people just to down the dude. Like, he's always shown up and he's always delivered.
My point is, if you're going to give him the opportunity, then just give it to him. Because at this point, we've given Sami Zayn opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and then we just didn't pull the trigger. I'm not saying that you're wrong, that he wasn't over. If they were going to do it, they should have probably just done it then. But the problem is they were cooking up this major storyline with Cody and Roman that there was no possible way that you give that title to Sami.
Correct. And listen, I'm going to say something really bad. I told you what he said about Triple H's booking. Once he's got the goggles on and he sees this is what we're doing, the blinders are on. He's not changing his mind. And he said, at least with Vince, probably some crazy old Irish man thing. He went in and he might be like, you know what? Flip the script. You're not getting the title shot today. You are. What? Okay.
But that could be bad. That can be bad as well.
That could be bad, right?
Because look at Monday Night Raw every single friggin' Monday during the Vince era. You know what I mean?
Awful.
Let's rip this script up. Let's just flip this whole card around. You know what I mean? Nothing made sense in Vince's last days, right?
Every booker has their pluses and minuses. But what I'm saying is, I think Sami Zayn feels stuck. When you read his interviews, he feels stuck because when he does get over,
that's the verbiage right there, my brother, that makes me confused, bro. Because when you say the word stuck, in what world is 4? And I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong when I say 4. I could be wrong. I could be right. It's certainly not 3. It could be 5. 4 Intercontinental Championship reigns, bro. He's been
Sean,
the
that's
IC
not the
champion
goal.
4 times. But at the end of the day, everybody doesn't reach that question. You know how you know, and I'm going to give the floor back to you. Do you know how you know that I'm not just being a homer? Because I'm telling you, Jimmy Uso does not deserve to be the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm saying that. But you can't tell me that Sami Zayn has been shortchanged? Is that what we're saying?
I think so. He was never given an opportunity for any of that stuff. And you say, yeah, he was been Intercontinental Champion, but what does all that mean? At the end of the day, he got to beat Gunther. Sammy, it's basically telling someone you wanted the promotion, but I'm going to give you this award instead. Look, we bought you pizza. Everyone's clapping for you. Why are you upset? That's the feeling it is, I think, to him when they're like, here's the Intercontinental title again. He's done this.
He was the Intercontinental Champion, beating Gunther after a number that I'm not going to repeat over a 600-day reign. Hang
on a second. Joel, how do you feel about this?
Yeah, Joel's like super. I don't think Joel. Are you locked in, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm staying out of the tension here. I don't want to get caught on fire.
There's no tension.
There's no tension.
Yeah, no. We just get passionate. What's your opinion? What do you think? You think Sami Zayn? You think we should put the title on Sami Zayn? How do you think he would do with the company?
If the show is in Montreal every week, probably be a good thing.
I love it.
But to be fair, behind Punk, because I know that Orton was supposed to they would have an NXT show in St. Louis, and they moved it to a smaller venue. I think behind Punk, that Sami Zayn is definitely the second most, the biggest hometown star. When you go to Montreal, there's always a sold out crowd. So, and that's kind of hard to find today.
Yeah, but that might have been a lot of the age. That was a very poignant thing you just said. If the show was in Montreal every week, make them champion tomorrow. But the show's not in Montreal every week.
And I stand by what I've always said about pro wrestling. I don't care how compelling you are. Like, I'm a fan of a lot of people, right? I'm not going to sit here and say, put this world title on Penta. Penta's my favorite wrestler right now. Do I think that they should put the world heavyweight title on Penta? No. Because not everybody is designed to be that guy. There's nothing wrong with having some mid-card championship. You know what I mean? As long as it's not the United States title. Because that title, once again,
buried.
I'm just saying that title doesn't mean anything. The Intercontinental title, name the last 4 Intercontinental champions.
The last 4 Intercontinental champions?
The last 4.
Well, the current Intercontinental champion is Dom. The one before that was Braun. Did he beat Braun at WrestleMania? Yeah, yes. No, he beat Braun. Before that was Jey Uso, and before that was Braun again.
Okay?
Or Sammy, and then Gunther.
You also had Gunther. You had Sammy. Right. And everybody had this big moment with that title. It was a big moment. Now, let me know what you feel about the United States title. LA Knight, yeah.
Solo is funny.
Yeah.
Solo's hilarious. All caps.
Look, here's the thing. The United States champion has fallen down. But I know what
got picked up, brother.
Right, but I know what the point of it is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the SmackDown version of the IC title. That should, it's poorly booked, no question about that.
The problem is the draft doesn't work because you mess with the formula too much. That's SmackDown sucks. Let's just say it. The roster on SmackDown's horrible. It's bad.
Double champions suck. Let's just call it how it is. You shouldn't have 2 world champions. You shouldn't have 2 mid-card champions. You shouldn't have 2 different tag team champions. You shouldn't have 2 different women's champions. It's ridiculous at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
do you guys agree with Miracle's comment about the United States championship can gain some luster if Jimmy has it?
I think so. I think putting a fresh face in there, maybe somebody that somebody wants to see. I guess nobody's cared about Solo. I'm sorry, and Jacob Batu is as great as he is. Where was he gonna go past that United States title at that moment?
Well, I think Jacob is world championship material.
What Jesse just said, though, is my point with the mid-card titles. You already know what's happening next. You see it. You're like, oh, Sammy won the belt. I'm like, he's losing this to Braun. Like, that was as soon as he won it, I was like, yep, game over.
And you called that months in advance too, bro. You called that months in advance.
Can you call it with Dom?
I think Dom is going to lose. I think Dom is going to lose because of the Judgment Day, which will set him up for bigger and better things. I predicted what Joel predicted just a year later. I think Dom is going to main event night 1 in 2027. So to me, to answer your question, we all know we're educated fans here. You can lose a belt and not lose your luster. It's just a matter of how you lose it. Judgment Day interferes. They turn on him. He loses the title. He gets knocked out with a kick by Roxanne or Liv or what, and all of a sudden, he's the sympathetic face of the year. He's coming out to Eddie Guerrero's music, God rest his soul. Like, the dude could be hotter than fish grease if we wanted to make him that way.
He could. Yeah. Dom's hotter than fish grease right now. Yeah. I think that Dom is phenomenal. I'm not shorting him at all. I just don't see him in that world title picture with all these heavy hitters that we have, not only from NXT coming up,
true,
but the ones we have now, like Braun Breaker. Even Bronson Reed has shown some good class in his style, you know what I mean, for a big guy. And I usually don't get interested with any of these big guys, but Bronson Reed is fun to watch, in my opinion.
Facts.
So and then you got people coming back as well, like Kevin Owens, right? Like, if Kevin Owens comes back, like, you just have so many stars in your company right now. Do you want to put like a Penta or a Dominic Mysterio in that spot when you have so many other people to feed?
You still haven't talked about if Jericho comes back. And this was the problem with the whole card. Looping
Jericho,
it back in and around.
I want you to take the floor, Conrad. If Jericho comes back, he should be nowhere near a world championship.
Absolutely. But
I agree. Yeah.
But Chris Jericho coming back, Punk still around, Roman still may pop up. What if The Rock wants another match? Yeah. All these people aren't going anywhere. So these cards are going to get harder and harder to get on. And then what happens? I don't know. It's kind of a worrisome problem. And then you got Ricky Saints. Is he going to ever get his shot?
See, and this is the reason why I feel like they need to just, in the draft, right? In the draft, get one world champion, one undisputed world champion, because, dude, you have matches for years to build up. You know what I mean? Like, your whole year is set with people that you haven't seen instead of just repeating match after repeating match after repeating match on all of these PLEs. There's so much that you can do, and it might even make SmackDown exciting, right? You don't know who's going to show up tonight. Let's tune in to see what happens, right? Like, nope, we got your SmackDown roster, your Raw roster. Okay, I know how this is going to end. I know how this is going to go. Not appealing.
And you still got what if someone leaves AEW and they want to pick them up, or their contract comes up and they want to pick them up? There's a lot of issues that could come up from it. I'm with you, man. I've been over the draft for years, so
yeah, no question, man. Well, this is a great conversation, man. We're about to wrap this thing up, but at the end of the day, I want to see people win, man. And to me, I can't stress it enough, guys. Resumes count, and I don't want to see people who deserve to be world champions. In this case, Jimmy has not reached that plateau, but singles champions not have their moment in the sun. I believe in title reigns that could be short, just for the purpose of resume padding. And resume padding, that's actually the wrong word. Resume completing, because to me, Jimmy Uso deserves his moment. I wouldn't have been mad if he won the United States Championship at this previous WrestleMania, but it seemed like it was heading that direction, and it got veered off track. Who knows? But at the end of the day, though, you make some tremendous points, guys. The Sami Zayn conversation is crazy. I'm really looking forward to us getting back together again, man. We have Survivor Series preview already locked in and ready to go the week before Thanksgiving. So with that being said, I'm going to kick it off with Joel to let people know where they can find you. Anything special coming up on Triller TV as we get ready to close out for the evening?
Yes, we have I'm drawing a blank. We have Wrestle Dream coming up internationally outside the US live. I think that's in 2 weeks. Conrad, help me. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Correct.
Thank you.
Where would you prefer to see
we have I'm sorry.
I said, where would you prefer to see Wrestle Dream, Joel? Boring St. Louis, or where it originated in the Pacific Northwest? I need to hear.
I would have to say the Pacific Northwest, probably.
Thank you.
Shout out
and then
Northwest too.
we've also got GCW makes their debut in Alaska, and we have Wrestling Revolver this weekend too. I know favorite of Conrad on Triller TV. Those are both on Triller TV Plus, so good shows. Kind of like the idea of GCW in Alaska, but yeah, that's pretty much what's going on.
Thank you for being here, Joel. Jesse, it's on you,
Thank
brother.
you.
Let them know where to find you. You guys got something really special. You and James out there on the West Coast doing your thing. Let them know what's going on.
Yeah, man. Every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick at the Pro Wrestling Shoot everywhere. You can follow us on Twitter. That's probably the best place to find us on social media, because we don't really mess with Instagram or Facebook too much. So Twitter is where to find us. Yeah, just talking some wrestling video games and a lot of interesting things coming up in the future. So stay locked in.
Without question, the very, very best in video game commentary coming from Jesse and James of the Pro Wrestling Shoot. They have something really special going on out there, and it's quite entertaining and quite informative. So make sure you check them out. My brother from another mother, Conrad Cushman, man, let him know what's going on.
You can catch me on Monday, 6:05, Clash of the Podcast, Everything Pro Wrestling Channel. Every Wednesday, we do a Dynamite review. We also got some pay-per-view reviews. We do some other cool stuff. Lock in with us. We got a bunch of YouTube shorts, different things like that up at EPW Show on all the socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you look for me at. Just type in at EPW Show, and you'll find me. Thank you for having me on.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Listen, guys, real quick, make sure you guys check out HWWeekly.com. The rebrand is in full effect. HWWeekly across all social media platforms. Eventually, the HUBWWeekly that you see on the top left-hand corner is going to be phased out. HWWeekly, a Hubbard Wrestling Weekly brand, but we're definitely going in that direction of HWWeekly moving forward. All social media handles, you know what I'm saying? Clash of the Podcast 605 with my brother Conrad Cushman each and every Monday night, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. HUBBanomics every other Thursday right here on the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly channel. We have a special coming up on November 6th as we prepare, November 13th, I should say, as we prepare for Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. These three gentlemen, including myself, are going to be back for a Survivor Series preview the week before Thanksgiving. We would have done it the Thursday leading into the Survivor Series, but the Thursday leading into the Survivor Series is Turkey Day. So we're going to do it the week prior. Hopefully the card will come together before then. You know how WWE does. They'll probably only have one match going into the last week of the pay-per-view. Hopefully they do a little bit better this time around as they prepare for San Diego in November. So a lot of stuff going on, man. Make sure you check us out on all social media platforms. Once again, big shout out to the one and only Jesse of the Pro Wrestling Shoot, Joel representing Triller TV, my good friend, the one and only Conrad Cushman representing Everything Pro Wrestling. My name is Sean. We appreciate you very much. This is the home of combat sports excellence, and as always, God bless, be encouraged, and evil never prevails. Until the next time, you already know what it is, man. Peace.